the institution which has led the country down is KNBS. And because some of us, like personally, have been a very great consumer of the data there. And sometimes you find a great disconnect from the reality and the data which was collected. And I think that sometimes the data is politically motivated. It is not from actual reality. Because I think that they need to give the reality on the ground, that they not to play to the whims of the politicians who are in the seat of power. And so the supervising authority for the KNBS might have been influencing the data in a very wrong, way. I just wish that KNBS would take the data they collect seriously, because it determines a lot of things, the resource allocation, representation, and so on. And if they don't give accurate and correct data, you'll find a lot of questions. Even some of us have been asking a lot of questions even about the population data which is being given. Even the Ruiru constituency census data. If you travel around this country, you'll question a lot of information which is displayed as the census data in this country. Are
you suggesting that the problems could be more than just this county?
If you find 3 countries, because these are the people who went to court. It is not everybody went to court. Mm-hmm. If the court was able to find anomalies in this data from these 3 constituencies, I think that they need to review proper. What needs to happen is that we need to automate. We need to ensure that by the time you're born, by the time you're born or there's a conception, we need to understand that there's a human being. We need to count our people regularly, so that the census data, which is collected after 10 years, I think should just be able to confirm what we already know. Mm-hmm. It should not be like it is going to be the one which is going to surprise us and tell us something which we already know. I think that counting or knowing the dynamics of your population should be a continuous process. It should not be done once in a while. I think we need to reform KNBS. We need to properly automate it. We need to ensure that the data collection, and you see, because the data is very important. Almost 2 years to the election, you'll start seeing a lot of poll results being released by the pollsters every now and then, and that data, whip emotions depending on the political side you are in, and it's very unfortunate that if we were able to consume data, even for politicians, if you're going to vie, the moment you don't use data, you use a lot of resources. Okay. But if you consume data, you are able to know that this area, like in Kileleshwa, I have 2 days, they have a place which is a slum and a place which is not a slum. If you go to the slum area, priority number 1 might be bursaries. But if you go to a middle class area, that bursaries might be number 8 or number 10 in the. So
data is important, yes, but the question here is the integrity of this data and how it is used, the politicization of the same. Is that what we are looking at? And could this repeat in the 3 counties ignite another debate on whether the data across the country is actually accurate?
Yes, Fred, we have a big problem with the border counties.